How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious things caught on camera. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Not today, Satan!
In this video from LPE 360, a Wisconsin man and his son disagree about whether a simple can of pop has been touched by a ghost. An indoor security camera placed high in the corner of the family kitchen recorded the footage of an afternoon homework session gone awry. Take a look.
No! Not today, Satan!
Out of nowhere, the can on the table slides towards the boy. The boy immediately jumps up and backs away from the counter, staring at the can, saying, "Not today, Satan."
Not today, Satan!
His father laughs at the over-the-top reaction, saying it's just wet.
No!
The boy still continues to back away from the can, hiding behind his laughing dad. According to the father's explanation, condensation on the can caused it to slide across the counter in a small pool of water at the base of the can. The boy, however, is unconvinced by this rationale. So what do you think? Ghost or water? Let me know down below.
No! Not today, Satan!
It's right there.
For some time now, this homeowner has suspected that his home might be haunted. This clip begins with him talking to the camera, explaining that a picture frame just behind him has recently moved.
That picture frame, it's a picture frame, that little black thing, it's right there. That's a picture frame. It's my kids. It started sporadically.
As he's talking, it appears as though some more activity starts to play out. Take a look.
Right in front of my face, dude.
The frame suddenly begins to swing wildly back and forth on its own. It eventually spins in a complete circle before falling off the wall, then crashing violently to the ground.
Front of my face, dude.
The man recording the bizarre incident quickly flips on the light to investigate the scene more closely. According to him, this isn't the first time that the picture frame's been the focus of poltergeist activity.
It was doing that.
Stranger still, when he looks just under the desk, the frame isn't in the spot where it should have landed.
Where the did the
He looks around under his desk, but it's nowhere to be found.
Where did it go?
Often in videos with mysterious moving objects, viewers suggest that an off-screen accomplice is doing the moving with a hidden piece of string or wire. However, because of the multiple directions in which the frame moves, it would be very hard to do this with string. Also, how did the frame disappear when the camera never stopped recording? Perhaps it's just hiding under some of the junk under the desk.
It was doing that. Where the did the Where did it go?
So what do you think's going on in this strange video? Is it all just an elaborate hoax? Or is it something a little more sinister? Let me know in the comments down below.
Right in front of my face, dude.
Shadow figures are one of the most elusive types of paranormal entity described in our folklore, and Redditor Glum Understandings 55 believes they've captured one on film. There's not a lot of info on this clip, but the Redditor was allegedly performing an exorcism when they captured something very bizarre in the footage. Watch. On first watch, it can be very hard to see what actually is happening, but if we slow it down and zoom in, you can see a strange dark shape move from left to right. It's shaped like a tall column, a sort of dark streak that moves at an incredible speed. People have told stories for centuries about shadow people lurking in dark corners, only spotted out the corner of our eyes, making us doubt whether we actually saw anything at all. According to folklore, these mysterious figures herald terrible events or bring bad fortune. So what do you think this is then? Could it really be a legendary shadow figure caught on camera? Or is there another more simple way to explain this strange sighting? Have you ever heard a conspiracy theory so over the top that you struggle to wrap your head around it? Well, that might be how you'll feel about the Tartarian Empire and its ever-growing group of online believers. According to proponents of this theory, up until as recently as 100 years ago, Earth was the home of a much more advanced civilization, the Tartarians. These progressive people created amazing pieces of architecture, namely buildings that would categorize as belonging to the Beaux Arts, classical and Second Empire artistic movements. Believers are certain that only an advanced species could create such an architectural feat containing fluted columns, domes and pediments. Society and architecture in particular advanced so quickly, people argue, that there's no way humans could possibly have been responsible for making it happen. From the 13th to the 19th century, a vast area of Central Asia was actually referred to geographically as Tartary or Tartaria, and it covered an area bordered by the Ural Mountains, the Caspian Sea and the Pacific Ocean. It stretched along the northern borders of China, India and Persia. European cartographers at the time had very little knowledge of this area, and this is kind of how the conspiracy theory got started. People started speculating that this region was home to a very advanced civilization that was largely kept a secret. So what eventually happened to the Tartarians? Theories suggest that they were wiped out by a massive mud flood, burying all but the very tops of their amazing buildings. Some believe that they were systematically destroyed with high-energy weapons, and their buildings, such as the Singer Building in Lower Manhattan, was later destroyed by clandestine operators to prepare the world for a great reset without the mighty Tartarians. This allegedly happened all over the world, as evidenced by buildings with similar architectural features being found in countries across the globe. Other examples include the White House and the Great Pyramids of Giza. The world of Tartarian believers is murky, with no solid timelines or histories to tie everything together, just a web of theories that's up to the individual believer to untangle. There are dedicated Tartarian subreddits with tens of thousands of users feverishly collecting so-called evidence that this once mighty empire really did exist. So what do you think? Have you ever heard of the secret civilization of Tartaria? Let me know your thoughts on this bizarre theory in the comments down below. A video from Instagrammer UFO Life has recently gone viral, and it's left viewers confused and startled as to what exactly it shows. It's a little after 7:30 on the evening of September 28, 2016. As the video begins, we see a close-up shot of a bright white streak of cloud across a blue sky. If you look closely at the cloud, you might notice a small white orb that appears to be behind or within the cloud. And while the object itself remains unidentified, it's what happens next that's left most people stunned. Take a look. The cloud around the white orb begins to evaporate at an astonishing rate. One viewer theorizes that the orb is an alien craft that's somehow able to use the cloud to power itself. Others suggest that the heat from a spaceship might make the moisture from a cloud fade like a defroster on a car windshield. Some even suggested it's the military testing a new form of weather control. So what do you think's going on in this bizarre piece of footage? Is it aliens, some kind of government weather control, or is there a more simple explanation here? Let your theories rip in the comments down below. Before we take a look at some eerie footage captured in Syria, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary, mysterious videos. There are strange things to be seen in the sky besides UFOs. Just check out this bizarre footage from LPE 360 recorded in Syria. The footage shows a blue sky with white clouds scattered across. Everything seems normal at first, but the voice behind the camera tells us that something is very wrong. The man sounds disturbed as he pans the camera across the clouds. That's when we can see it. The clouds appear to be rippling.
Машалла! Я не знаю, что это такое. Allahu Akbar.
He pans the camera around and we can see that it's happening all over the sky.
Много ангелов, братья, рядами. Такбир! Allahu Akbar. Mana farishtalar, Allahu Akbar.
There's very little explanation for the bizarre events in this footage. Just like the footage from the previous segment, viewers were quick to suggest government weather control or perhaps alien interference. Several comments suggested it could be the work of a government program called Project HARP. Project HARP is a research program that seeks to advance our understanding of the ionosphere, a region of Earth's upper atmosphere. The program is sponsored by the US Air Force, the Navy, and the University of Alaska Fairbanks. HARP stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. The facility is located in Gakona, Alaska and consists of around 180 antennas spread over an area about the size of a small town. Critics say that the military is using HARP as a weapon, and there have been a number of conspiracy theories about its capabilities. Some believe that HARP can be used to manipulate people's emotions or even control their thoughts, while others think it may be responsible for natural disasters like earthquakes and hurricanes. However, without additional evidence, we may never know what's really happening in the skies over Syria.
Я не знаю, что это такое. Аллаху Акбар. Пусть кто-нибудь объяснит, если не ангелы, что это такое? Много ангелов, братья, рядами.
If you love mysterious videos like this one, then check out our other content. There's an episode there. Otherwise, there's a massive paranormal playlist right there that'll keep you entertained. Now remember to follow us on all our other socials as well. There's links in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.